behind you.
All right. Hey, I'm here with Ken Kaas, the founder and chairman of the United States Quoting Association. How you doing, Ken?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Tim. How are you?
All right, man. Look, I got my bandana already in case you got the coronavirus. I can talk to you properly, man. So, I don't want to infect your house.
That's good in case you have it. Yeah, because it's over there. It's not over here. I've been practicing social distancing.
Yeah, me too. It's been tough. The last couple of weeks been tough. But I think I'm clean. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah. So you're all dialed up in your your USA gear. So we'll jump right to it. You were one of the leaders of a group of 9 heading over to Europe to play in London. We were going to play Quoits, and you even bought some of their northern style Quoits. So you're up to date on what's happening. Give us an update. What's going on with that?
Well, first off, let's be clear. Tim Joyce is our liaison to the UK. He set it all up, but we have a very enthusiastic bunch of people heading over. Well, we were heading over here right after Memorial Day weekend. That has been postponed till 2021, the weekend before Memorial Day weekend now. So it's quite unfortunate. I don't know. My opinion is we have ladies and men heading over, and my opinion is I'm hoping we can get some more people to head on over now that we have all this extra time.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. So it'll be interesting. When we made the announcement on Facebook, there was some chatter of other people saying, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it."
I think it was Dave Blankenhorn. He was in there throwing some trash talk in there. I was like, "Oh, he's up now. Hold on, we gotta make Frank first before we go over there."
That was the first thing I thought. It was like, "Come on, man. Come on, Dave. Don't be banging these guys yet."
Yeah, right. Yeah, come on. We're over there, But yeah, we did several people. We pitched in. The shipping was very expensive on the Quoits, but we got them over here. We pitched before the whole separation thing. You couldn't make it. But we actually had. It was just as fun as our Quoits. I don't know. We're all a little anti-horseshoe. Sorry. It just doesn't seem to be the same game. But that Quoit game was real enjoyable. We had a good time.
I'm looking forward to throwing them. I haven't gotten my hands on one yet. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's a step, unlike everyone here puts their foot right behind the peg and throws. There, they 1 step, 2 steps after the pin, when I guess a 6-foot foul line, and that was a little bit of getting used to it. But we were getting better. We'll take the year of practice, right?
Yeah. Well, if when the world recovers, we could always set up 2 pits at our regular tournament just for shits and giggles. If anybody wants to chuck a few,
that's a good point. Real good point.
Try and suck more people into going with us too.
I was gonna say, do you feel like we can grab a couple guys, a couple girls, head on over? And I mean, why not? It's historic. It's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I still like the UK versus USA Quoit Championship name because it seems to, be easy. But for that, people have to want to get up for that. I don't know how you can't. We were fired up, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great. And Joff got a sponsor for a trophy. A local guy is going to make a trophy out of wood that's indigenous from both countries.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he had some other ideas and stuff. So they're disappointed as much as we are.
Yeah, I saw your interview with him. And you said it all along. They're just like us. They just talk with an accent, right?
Yeah, it was funny. The one guy recently, after on that interview, on that post, Joff put on, one of his buddies was like, "Oh, I watched this whole thing. It's like 20 minutes of my life I won't get back or something." And he said, doesn't it bother you when they say Quoits, and he spelled it with a W, like banging on my accent,
Yeah, well, wait till they hear me talk. How did they say it?
They say Quoits.
Quoits.
Quoits. And I said a lot of old timers over here, like some of the Pennsylvania Dutch guys, you'll hear them say Quoits.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing mouth manipulation like that to make that happen.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want, like Dave Blankenhorn right away, he's banging on him, what do you say? You blokes are gonna get stomped by the Yanks or something. But I say, hey, we may have a difference. We may have an ocean and some phonetics separating us, but it seems like we're the same people, which was your point there.
Yeah.
They're beer drinking and clay and steel.
Yeah, and just laughing, having a good time. What life is all about, right? Especially nowadays time. If you can't figure out, gonna have a good day every day, laugh every day, and have a good time. And that's what we do every time we play Quoits, right?
All right, you're 100% correct. I've been putting these videos up that I can't use on TV, stuff that either don't look good or there's a lot of cursing or whatever every day on Facebook, quarantine, whatever. And one thing I notice is there's a ton of chatter and laughter off camera. It's usually the ringlords that are like the loudest people anywhere near the camera, but there's always people laughing all over. The people are smiling and laughing. It just draws good people.
Right. It's a great time. It's healthy, wholesome. Well, I don't know about wholesome, but it's healthy.
It's wholesome.
Good.
It's a family game.
Yeah, it is.
You played with your boy multiple times. I haven't seen Seth in a while, but he throws.
He's a busy man. He's got the whole professional life, kids, so on. Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I said we have to play a tournament again this year, so he's trying to pencil one in so we can have it, and absolutely a family game. I'd like to hit on the fact of we were going to do a GoFundMe page for our USA team heading over, and one of it would be to, I thought a nice part would be to pay someone to film it, right? Film it and cut it up and make we won't say a Netflix drama, but if they can do that, what's that, Tiger King? Who's that guy out there, that Lion King?
I haven't seen this thing yet. Everybody's talking about this nonsense. I haven't seen it. I need to do it.
Right. Our circus, our circus, we don't have lions, but we got like clowns, ring lords, what I mean? We have a whole show going on here.
There's no doubt there's a documentary there waiting to happen. I think we could, if we cobbled together a 30-minute documentary, we might be able to do it just on us here in America. I think we could, if we put it together, got it looking professional, I think we could enter it and get selected for film festivals.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not half hour. Come on, Tim. We're going to go over there, tape it from beginning to end.
You're talking like a guy who never edited a piece of video in his life, man. It's a lot of work.
Oh, no, I know that. Actually, Seth did one for, that's why we need to GoFundMe so we can pay somebody.
That's exactly right. No, I think it's a great idea. And like you and I had mentioned, 100 years from now when we're dead and somebody's got your watch, looking back at the first, when the game was thought to be dying and the first time we met head to head, and now it's, something different 100 years from now,
Right. You might be dead in 100 years. I'll still be around,
Yeah. You must be better preserved than I ain't going to make 100 years. I'll tell you that right now, unless they get some of those nano probes in my body that makes me live 100 years, man.
You're right. I'm not even making it 100 now, so I don't know what I'm talking about another 100.
I'll tell you, the way I feel some days at 53, I don't think I want to see 153. I couldn't imagine that.
Wait till you hit 55. You're really going to feel some things. 53 was a joke.
Yeah. Well, I'm catching up to you, man. Chasing you down.
Right.
Well, hey, let's talk a little bit about our Quoits here and our schedule. I've not had a conversation with this about anyone, but eventually this thing's going to end, and we're going to be putting together some sort of either compressed or cut down schedule of tournaments for the year. And I don't know, like, you run the volleyball tournament. Is that thing going forward? Are you rescheduling that?
Well, it's funny you say that, because just today I spoke with a heavy over at Montgomery County, which obviously isn't the national or state level, but yeah, this is how rumors get started, by the way. But I spoke to someone, and they were kind of thinking, because Montgomery County, well, that's where the volleyball tournament, the Rumbles held at, was the kind of epicenter of it. It should peak down the fastest. And it kind of sounded like in the beginning of June, maybe restaurants, or it might even said middle of May. I forget. Middle of May. Like restaurants could be open to half capacity. And then by the beginning of June, things should hopefully get back to normal. So I was hoping our summer opener, was that like June 13th? Something like that?
Yeah, something to that effect. I don't have the schedule in front of me. So you're thinking maybe June. That's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. The way it sounds, I mean, obviously everything changes, especially every 48 hours. You have no idea, but that's kind of what I was told. I'm hoping it sounds optimistic. It kind of, watching it. So, yeah, then what do we do after that? Like keep the same schedule? I mean, it's going to be tough for everybody anyway, just money-wise, still time-wise, and probably keep our schedule, I guess. I don't know.
I guess the two options are we pick up, if it's June 1st is the date where the world emerges, then we pick up with our first tournament in June as is and go. I guess the other option would be we have those dates scheduled. Do we go back and say, all right, let's change and make that the blind draw, and let's change and make this? And I don't know. And you look at, like you were talking to people at Montgomery County. I have not spoken with anyone at Muhlenberg, but so I don't know if they're planning to host Riverfest. And if they don't, then we got to move our world championship.
I bet, they're probably, this speculation, they're probably sitting and waiting and seeing just like everybody else. And I think they're far enough away. It's like, what they say? The economy has to get going.
Yeah.
We're going to die one way or the other. You know what I mean? People suffer on another level. So it has to happen. So Riverfest would have to happen, I imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been so crazy the last couple of weeks. Nothing's guaranteed, it seems,
Yeah.
But so let's talk about your game. You've been out throwing. You got two of the nicest Quoit pits. You got a nice setup at your house for people that haven't been there. Yeah. You've been out there practicing every day, right? Your girl told me you're too busy with the computer. You can't be setting up no computer meeting. You're throwing Quoits.
Obviously, anybody who knows me knows I had nothing to do with this computer setup. So, yeah, thank my girlfriend Kim for that. Thank you, darling. Yeah, I would like to be playing a little bit more, but I've been off 2 weeks, work-wise, 2.5 now. So I've been attacking projects, and Quoits are always, I did go out and practice, but it's always a little more fun when you have some friends over with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'd be playing every day if we were heading to England trip right now. Every project was down. I was practicing the long game, the English Quoits and our Quoits, and so I don't know. How about you? How do you think we're going to fare over there? Let's go with that. Unless Joff and
that's a good question, and I haven't thrown. I'm probably the least educated of our Americans because I haven't thrown those Quoits yet. But I think our game translates well to that. The point shot guys, especially because of their steel being raised up, I think will adjust to that fairly well. Once you get your feet down, once you get your steps down. So I think we would fare well in their game. They seem, I'm not sure how they adjust to our game. It may be harder to throw a lighter Quoit a shorter distance standing still than it is for us to adjust to throwing a heavier Quoit a longer distance with a step. And I don't know if anyone's considered that possibility, but it's possible. And to win that tournament, we only got to steal a couple games and hold serve. So,
well,
they're probably thinking the same thing,
Well, here's my thought on it. I, over the years, have learned that horseshoe guys can pick up Quoits rather quickly. It's a little bit tougher for Quoit guy to pick up horseshoes because there's steps involved. They're shortening the game. We're elongating it. And especially Keith Conrad, we were out there talking after we threw, and we said we can get it. But we're not getting it and we're not winning unless we have these quoits and we practice with them. How do they say quoits?
Quoits. Quoits.
Quoits. Is that? Yeah. So you'll
that's
see.
a good point. That's a really good point.
Remember when we had our meeting, we went out back and we threw a 5-pound York dumbbell plate, and it was brutally hard. Well, these things throw well. I mean, they fit us, but it is a matter of the whole timing, practice, everything. Yeah,
well, that's a good point. They might just throw those sidewinders and stack up the side of the pin and block our ringer guys in our game. So that's a really good point by you.
Only the quoting legend Tony Russo could stack them up like these. You're correct. These, I don't know why, but they do seem to. You can lay them that way easier than our quote. I'm probably giving too many secrets. Are they going to watch that over here? I don't know.
Yeah, they're probably going to check it out. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. They seem to lay. Yeah, they lay easier that way, and a lot of our guys are just throwing bombs out there anymore. Stacking. So, and that I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah,
their quotes are designed to do that, whereas ours are not. Really, I think. Okay. I mean, ours are thicker. You could tell me you've held both. Ours seem to be thicker.
Yeah, and ours aren't probably as balanced as theirs, so you can't lay ours as like the Tony shot, unless it's real moist. That's difficult for ours.
Right.
But theirs, yes, more balanced. You're correct overall, and they're beautiful to throw. They are. They're really nice. They're fun. It's a fun game.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That's a good point. The diameter of the opening is different as well, and I think the scoring impacts things. Like you said, our guys throw bombs, but if they have the pin first, they seem to be, from watching their videos, extremely accurate. So they're going to stand it up in front or on the side or somewhere. They're going to put it there and block that pin. If we're going for bombs, we're going to be banging off their steel before we can get to the pin.
Wait, yes, I want to be correct. We do bombs in our game, and their game, we're going to have to play their game. Because it was easier. Yeah. I don't know. I see why they throw points and block compared. I don't know. And you really can adjust your shots more in that game. I don't know. It seems like a bigger deal or a bigger variance. I was practicing throwing a flat ringer, and it can work. I don't know. If you get the first one there, would they say they can top it easy? That doesn't seem that easy to do, unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, go back and watch the first interview I did with Joff on the Quoit Pits on the BCTV show. Because he said, you don't want to put that first one on because you get topped real easy. Pop. They just stack up.
I watched that video. I thought he was a liar right then.
Well, Joff, you're getting called out now. The other thing it does scare me a little bit about us playing their game, something else Joff said was that when new teams join their league over there, it takes them at least a full season before they even win a game.
Ooh.
Like a new pub gets involved and they come on board and they just get smoked week after week after week after week. And he said it nonchalantly, like they literally have no chance to win a game.
Oh.
A game, not a match, a game. So,
damn.
And they live there.
I'm going out and practicing. Let me hang up and going out and practicing. I gotta get out there.
So if they're that good, but either way, it'll be fun. Some of the things we talked about, we're back to the tournament. And I'm going to bring this out. I think I'm allowed to say this because we talked about it. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody will get mad at me, but we're going to do the national anthems, our national anthem and their. So I had a singer lined up to sing our national anthem the first day. I was ready to go. I actually don't have permission to say, so I'm gonna hold off because this person may get pissed off at me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The only person we know it's not me.
Yeah, okay? Or me.
That's one out.
No, it's someone who can actually sing.
Yes.
But then day 2 and so they're gonna have someone sing. "God Save the Queen," I think is their national anthem. Is that correct?
Something like that. Yeah.
I apologize to the British folks. I don't know. But day 2, we were going to do Hendrix version of the national anthem for us, and they were going to do the Sex Pistols, "God Save the Queen."
Dude,
So,
I love it. No, I didn't hear about this. That's great. I'm
yeah,
down.
that was kind of like under wraps. We didn't have that released yet, so
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. You know, it's going to be fun, and he had it set up. They got lights too on their pits, and it was going to be fun. It was going to be fun. It'll be fun next year. It'll be fun.
It's good. Yeah. Hopefully we get some even more people. We have 9 throwers heading over. We even get some more people. Does everybody know we're doing like on Saturday half our style, half their style, Sunday vice the same thing?
I don't know that anyone knows that. That was the format. We can talk about it now. The format was going to be 72 games, and so it was half our style, half their style, and we would do half of each both days. So we'd do their style Saturday morning, our style in the afternoon, and then come back the next day and reverse it. So you just had to, you had to get to, you got to win one more game than them to win the cup, so to speak. But yeah, it was going to be fun the way. But it was interesting the way he was stacked up. He had a lot of people prepared to play. So he had some guys that were maybe only going to play Saturday morning, and other guys who were only going to play our style Saturday afternoon. And then he could have had a completely different stable of throwers for Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon.
Well, did we discuss that? Is that the quote unquote fair way to do it? Like, if we come over with 10 people, should maybe they have the same 10? If we come over with 20, they have 20. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're going to be able to do the same thing over here.
Right.
When they come over, which they're going to come over, maybe 2 years or something like that. Hopefully, if it all works well, if we don't get arrested and fist fights and everything else.
Well, if Jerry's got to stay behind when we come home, he's got to stay behind. I'm just picking the most eligible guy to get arrested out of our 9.
Yeah, out of that group. But there's a whole lot worse behind that aren't coming.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it. Yeah, I think we want to allow that because when they come here, we're going to have a lot of people that want to participate. So we're going to want to, spread that out as well. And there's a lot that goes into it. We weren't necessarily selecting a team like they do in the Olympics or anything. It was whoever went, whoever could pay to go was going. And, maybe 10 years down the road, it may be a thing where, hey, man, it's your top 12 against our top 12, and we go by the world rankings or something like that. But we're not at that point now. I think part of it was logistics for them. Also, their personal lifestyle logistics, because I always refer to us as being Quoit whores because we play all fucking day. You know what I mean? We play all day. We don't stop. We start at 8, and there's dudes there when it gets dark. Those September tournaments end under the lights. We play all day long. It takes forever. They show up. They play what Joff called one-off or single elimination. They show up and play. They may get bounced out and be done in an hour, and they're home doing whatever they do at home.
But also, they're also pub leagues, which is awesome. So that's like a dart night, a pool night.
Correct.
You're on for so long.
Correct.
But I get that part. But look, here's my line. If we're coming across the pond, you better get your game up and get ready to play. I mean, we're traveling all the way over it there, and you need to step up and play all damn day and night.
I expressed that to him, and he totally understood and was on board. And we had it set. We were going to be – we couldn't start there till – the pubs don't open till 11, and so we weren't going to start till 12.
We did, so.
Yeah.
It's not a Corona cough.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Well, hey, stay safe. Great job setting this up tonight. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, everybody be safe.
See you.